It makes me so happy to see so many of you out here. And I feel so grateful for all the work that our movement has achieved in the past year. We now have the sentience of some of the loveliest sea creatures recognized in law. The incredible work at MBR Acres and the recent bravery of 12 men and women to free 5 beagle puppies. And Animal Rebellion has big plans this September to stop the supply of cow's milk across the country and to demand a just transition to a better food system and to expose the cruelty behind this horrific industry. Each and every day, I see more people stepping up and taking effective action. And we need all of it to happen. But I don't think I need to tell you that we're not there yet, and that we have a long way to go. Movements grow strong and brilliant with the dedication of ordinary people and the personal sacrifices that they are willing to make. And I can't forget the time when I ate animals every day and it never even crossed my mind. It wasn't even that I was convinced that that's how it should be, but it wasn't even a question. And at the same time, I faced a world that treated me and my family as other and put us in a situation where we all had to work hard to survive. After the financial crash, we lost our family restaurant because we just couldn't protect it anymore. And I could feel the shift into the darkness that came with that. And I could see on my dad's face that he had also lost a part of himself. I saw my dad and my brother caught in a trap of long working hours, unequal opportunity, and struggling every month to make ends meet. Like so many other families, we didn't have any other option. I didn't know then that all of this, my experiences, the experiences of other human beings, and the suffering of all animals all had the same root. I wish I could go back and tell myself that. One of the worst things about growing up poor is that you don't eat right. Because it's not about what you eat, it's about eating. We had a fridge full of processed and packaged animal flesh, all with 100 different chemicals that did nothing but poison us. Now I finally see that animals are subject to an extension of that same system that I saw. One that values profit, selfishness, and commodity over protecting and caring for all life. And it's the same roots. We are failing to see ourselves in others. We have abandoned the values to which we owe our deepest loyalties. And what's worse, a failure to manifest our love for other animals, compassion and fairness into law, politics, and social systems. And these things shouldn't be separate. Our society should be built on the values that we all share. What a tragedy it is that our economic system is allowed free rein to see anyone and anything as a commodity, and that our government allows this to happen, keeps us in the dark, and follows the lead of these faceless corporations. And then to turn around and convince us that this is the way things are, should, and have always been. But we know the truth. We know the truth. I visited some of the beautiful animal sanctuaries here in the UK, as I know many of you have. And for a moment, I get a glimpse into the future and see us as we're supposed to be. A relationship between humans and other animals that we can truly celebrate. When I see them play, or rest, or grieve, or run, or dance, or look after one another, it reminds me of my own capacity for all of those things. It reminds me that the similarities that we all share with other animals is far greater than our differences. We have all had to witness the brutality of this awful system. And that's what exploitation for animals for clothes, unhealthy food, makeup, and trinkets is. It's organized violence. We've all had to see our loved ones turn a blind eye to how animals suffer and are killed. We've had to witness the people around us do nothing to even try and stop it. And we have all been on our own journeys towards a belief in animal freedom, which is why we are here. We are living examples of hope. We know from our own lives that everybody has it in them to change. Society can change and the world can change. Despair and hopelessness is not an option. It's not an option anymore. Freedom for animals is the only option that we have now. The possibility of a better world for all of us is there and has always been there. But it's going to take all of us to make that dream a reality. Movements grow great with the dedication of ordinary people and the sacrifices that they are willing to make. We are all seeds waiting to grow. I spoke at this march 3 years ago, and I'm here now speaking to you again after redirecting my life and choosing to volunteer full-time. I only live on what I need, so I have the time to do this work. Hello again. I was in the middle of something. Okay. I was telling you about what I've chosen to do. Yes, and I've chosen to volunteer full-time. I only live on what I need, so I have time to do this work. I've taken the Liberation Pledge and refused to sit by and watch other animals be eaten. I have engaged in civil disobedience and encouraged others to do the same. All as acts of my personal dedication to this cause. I gather my courage from other animals who resist their captivity and fight back every day in conditions that I can't even bear to imagine. Another big reason why I did all of these things is because I saw some incredible people around me do the same and support me to take those steps. When we act in ways that are true to our values, without fear, we become limitless. And that's how I feel. Only through action have I unlocked a level of boundless courage and compassion in myself that I never knew existed. In action, I fuse my body and my purpose. The line between them disappears and I feel empowered. And this is something worth discovering. And this is where real change comes from. What I see in front of me here is what leadership really looks like. Supporting each other to step out of our comfort zones, stepping into our own power as individuals and as an unstoppable movement. The sparks of change come from you, and they come from all of us. How many movements for freedom and justice have preceded us? For equal rights and for justice and for democracy, the suffragettes, the civil rights movement, Indian independence, Black Lives Matter, Extinction Rebellion. If they can do it, then we can do it. Change is inevitable, and history is littered with examples of moments when we were faced with good and bad and we chose good. We are here together at this point in history where we have to do this against all odds and beyond all consequences, beyond all hatred and all rivalry. All of us are needed in this movement. All of us have a part to play in this story. And by rising to the challenge and stepping into our collective power, we lead the way for others to do the same. So work to find your place in this movement and pour yourself into it. Thank you.